over 115 teams at the moment. So it's pretty popular. So yeah, we're doing well. It's good to come down to CitizenCon. I've come over from Australia to meet the community. So,
ya estamos de vuelta, chavales.
So it's been really good.
So you came from Australia. How long was the flight?
I did. It was about 30 hours. Yeah. So
llegamos a Piro. Me parece que no hay Piro.
And you said there's a couple of people working on the Demo Rally project.
Yeah. So I started it, but we got people.
¿Te imaginas que aparezca Chris Robert con el móvil enseñando Piro desde el móvil ahí todo guarro? Si lo queréis ver.
Pero saltando en una Redeemer. ¡Ojo!
Road to Redeemer, tío.
El día que salga la carra va a ser un espectáculo Star Citizen.
And you're doing like regular test runs as well?
Yeah, so we do a practice run every month. So yeah, you can check that out, and we post that video up on youtube.com/DayMyRally, and you can see us on Twitch as well. We're going to start streaming really soon, so keep an eye out for that as well. So yeah, we're very active. We got a blog as well. You can check out. We got write-ups in there from two of our good writers, Billy Hyde and Ruben as well. So yeah, we've got a lot going on, a lot happening. So yeah.
And how was the CitizenCon for you? Did you recruit any new teams?
Yeah, we got 17 more teams today, so that's fantastic for us. So yeah, so we got over 100 now. So yeah, we got a lot of teams going to participate in January. So yeah.
All right, thank you very much for the interview, and back to Jared.
All right, we are getting set up. We have Allie Brown and who's that down there? Mike? Is that you? Okay, yeah, Mike. They're joining us from the panel. We just completed your panel, crafting space. When in the planning stage, hi guys, how you doing?
Hi. You're right.
I just want to be completely. That was the coil from that we first saw last year in the holiday live stream Squadron 42 playthrough, and that's the coil today.
Not quite the coil. It's the same tech.
Gas clouds.
Yeah, it's gas clouds. I mean, the actual coil is under wraps a bit, but this is the tech for
Está preguntándole si esta es la tecnología de coil y dice sí, no es exactamente la misma tecnología, pero es más tirando hacia la o sea, la tecnología de gas, es otra cosa diferente ya.
Very well, thank you. Yeah, how are you?
How's your CitizenCon been?
I've loved it. Yeah, it's been great.
You've had a couple presentations.
I've just done the one.
You've just done the one.
Yeah.
And Ali, you've done two. Did you have anything in the second stage at all?
No, just two here.
Gotcha.
Just two.
That's enough. I didn't hear you at all, Will. Is your mic down? Yeah, you want to put it, there you go.
Hello.
It's all right. We're definitely at the end of our day. We are approximately 15 minutes away from Chris Roberts and our road to release.
Está diciendo que faltan 15 minutos aproximadamente para Chris Roberts y el camino a la liberación.
We can take some questions live from the Twitch chat. So if you have any questions for Mike or Ali, feel free to jump them into Twitch chat. Mike, I'm sorry, I'm at a loss. There you go.
Let me ask. So we kind of saw one version of this tech. We saw the asteroids, we saw the lightning, we saw the clouds. Where can we take it from there? What are the different variations of the extremes of this to really get different locations out of this tech? Where do you see it going?
That's why I brought him.
Well, in terms,
le acabo de hacer una pregunta súper técnica de cómo esperan implementar eso en las diferentes localizaciones, cuáles serán las diferentes variaciones. Y ya le ha dicho, en plan, por eso es por lo que lo traje, en plan, porque a mí esta movida me carga. ¡Qué grande!
Full danger.
Now, what else you got cooking up? I mean, obviously, Ali is the director of graphics programming.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got it right. What you showcased today is not the full scope of your work. I mean, with a game as detailed as our game, with the fidelity of our game, your work kind of touches everything. I mean, is there any aspect of the project that your work doesn't touch?
There's graphics everywhere, isn't there?
There is. It's like UI.
Everything
it's like your department and the UI department. It kind of touches everything, not just for Star Citizen, but for Squadron 42. What's that like? What are the challenges inherent daily?
Bueno, en verdad, viendo es curioso, o sea, lo que es Star Citizen, lo que es el juego de Star Citizen en sí, la producción, todo. Te paras a pensar un poco y dices, bueno, quizás lo que han enseñado a la CitizenCon no sea lo adecuado para mostrar en un evento de cara al público, pero en parte, si os dais cuenta, cuando los trabajadores terminan su presentación, vienen con una sonrisa de oreja a oreja. O sea, en parte es una máquina de motivación para los trabajadores de ZIG. Llamadme loco, pero creo que quizás uno de los motivos por los que se haga así la presentación sea para levantar la moral al equipo que trabaja en ZIG, porque según tengo entendido, tienen curro que te cagas.
Y tanto.
Curro de cojones.
Recibir los aplausos de la gente por las cosas que han hecho, o sea, la calidez, recibir la calidez de los fans, a un trabajador yo creo que le alegra mucho. No hay nada más que ver la cara de estos dos que, vamos, parece que acaban de salir de...
longer term tech goals as well, with like new technology, new graphics cards always give us new powers, new capabilities. So that's always something we have to keep an eye on, and especially as the level of technology that our fan base has, and we can start to capitalize more on the latest hardware as long as a lot of the public.
Aquí Charlie Star son las 3:50. Allí son en torno a las 8, 9, no, las 9 de la noche son allí.
Is that the same for you? I mean, obviously there's more opportunities, but do you have to go back to the drawing board? You're like, no, not another generation. I just got this generation, settled and everything. Do you have the same excitement that we do when that stuff comes out?
It's exciting for me because it means more particles.
It's not too bad. It goes through stages. Like, to be honest, the last 5 or 10 years, it's type of stabilized, where every graphics card has been getting faster, but not necessarily with new capabilities other than just raw speed. So it's actually been quite settled for a while, so enough that it hasn't been that exciting to be honest.
Está hablando de una cosa importante, es que está hablando de algo que a ti te va a molar, Iván. ¿Sabes lo que está diciendo?
Comenta.
Está hablando sobre las tarjetas gráficas y que están saliendo tarjetas gráficas más rápidas, pero eso no lo es todo, sino que también hay que fijarse en las nuevas tecnologías incorporadas en las gráficas, que es algo más interesante, mucho más importante para él ahora mismo.
¡Epa! Ya te he dicho, los tensor core y toda la movida, tío.
Estaba claro.
Esto para cuando salga el juego, tío, 2 años, 3 años, todo esto.
Un segundo. Le ha preguntado sobre el Vulkan y sobre el RTX y ha dicho que de momento no pueden hablar sobre el tema. Y dice Discolando que lo tenía que intentar. Así que le ha preguntado sobre RTX, sobre el RTX y Vulkan.
Claro, tío, está clarísimo. Mira, el chat se está revolucionando con lo del RTX.
Claro, tío. Mira la camisa.
Yo creo que esa será la camisa de la CitizenCon. No, pero esa será la camisa. Yo pienso pensar que es eso, el Kraken está guapo, ¿eh?
Es que es eso. Tiene toda la pinta.
Joder, la bolsa solamente ya mola, tío. No me jodas.
El goodies pack debería ser esa bolsita. No me jodas. Que no. Con todo eso, tío.
Do we see this cloud tech applying to planets for ground stuff, for weather effects and that kind of thing?
To be decided. There is some parts of the planet a planet's like effectively 2D on the surface, so there's some simplifications you can make that give you allow you to use a simpler technique, which then gives you more power, more control. So it's unclear at the moment. Definitely, there's some potential uses, but for example. Volumetric fog on the surface of the planet is going to be a bespoke solution because it makes more sense because you don't get fog.
Argonauta, Vulkan trabaja bien con todo. No es que trabaje mejor con AMD, trabaja bien con todo, es open source, es código abierto.
They might feed into each other a little bit, but it's probably a different school of fog.
Yeah. So.
Y lo del ray tracing va a través de...
El ray tracing no. El ray tracing no es Nvidia la única plataforma que lo tiene implementado, o sea, que lo tiene desarrollado. Hace como en el 2015, antes ya había tarjetas AMD que tenían el RTX, o sea, el ray tracing, perdón, no el RTX, el ray tracing para temas de edición de vídeo y demás historias. En tarjetas profesionales, ¿sabes? Digo lo que digo, o sea, en tarjetas pro, no para jugar.
Por eso, ojalá lo metan en todas las gráficas.
Sí, o sea, de hecho es una tecnología que se utilizaba en el cine y no es exclusiva para nada de Nvidia. Lo que pasa es que lo que sí es exclusivo de Nvidia es el tema de los tensor core y de la arquitectura de su gráfica, por supuesto.
Yeah, so that when you're QTing from planet to planet, Stanton to whoever, then you get parallax, you get movement. Once you're out of QT, it is stationary, but it still solves that problem of having the blackness of space. And most games would have a texture in the background for a system, but it would never change based on location. So we wanted something where if you're a Crusader versus Stanton versus here, you'll get a different sky, you get a different backdrop, and it just improves the QT experience if you see yourself traveling through.
Yeah, because a lot of other video games, you know you're heading towards a direction because there's a big mountain in the horizon. But
Argonauta, el tema de Vulcan hay que comprobarlo en más plataformas y en más juegos. Es decir, no en más plataformas, me refiero en más juegos, porque los juegos que hay para Vulcan, date cuenta de que ahora mismo DirectX 12 y Vulcan como que hay medio pique por el tema de AMD y tal, y entonces quizás no se han esforzado al desarrollar librerías o desarrollar soporte para Nvidia, como seguramente Nvidia lo habrá hecho para DirectX 12, así que eso habrá que verlo en un futuro. De momento es muy pronto para decir si DirectX 12 brinde mejor que Vulkan en determinada gráfica. Es demasiado pronto, yo creo.
Do you ever just like this could use more particles?
Always, yeah, always.
You just create particles for particles' sake?
How could you ever have too many particles?
Ali?
Yeah, ask Ali.
They have had too many particles.
I was going to say,
yeah.
as I'm thinking about it, are your positions sort of at odds sometimes? Like you just want to add particles and particles, and you're just like Mike, come on, cut me some slack here.
No, Ali always finds a way. Yeah.
In the synergy.
Oh, yeah.
Hombre,
Star Citizen está claro que si se vende una nave de 1000 pavos, se va a vender una gráfica de 1000 pavos.
Pues sí.
Stuff like that, and I know you guys aren't gameplay engineers. Have you had any conversations? You overheard anything maybe to the effect of how we saw some effects on the UI, for instance.
We can tell you what the capabilities of the tech are.
Star Citizen en un principio no va a recibir ningún tipo de downgrade en lo que viene siendo su desarrollo. Si la PlayStation 4 es capaz de soportar lo que soporta el PC, cosa que dudo mucho, pues sí aparecería. Pero olvídate de tener una PS4 con Star Citizen funcionando. Una consola sería la PS Turbo 10.000. Porque olvídate. El Star Citizen, palabras de Chris Roberts y de Cloud Imperium Games, está concebido para ser un buque insignia del PC. Para ser un flagship del PC.
En la PS4
Flagship
se vería
killer.
mejor, digo yo.
¿Cómo?
Sí. En la Nintendo Switch, tío.
Yo, la verdad que no sé si la PS4 podría economizar, tío.
No podría ni con... Mira, yo creo que la PS4 no puede con una Reclaimer.
We don't know when Chris walks out, so I have a couple legal obligations before you. CitizenCon this year, sponsored in our fiction by Drake Interplanetary, sponsored in reality by our good friends at Intel. You'll notice on the stage the big Intel rounds. Intel, with their Optane technology and the hard drives, supplied a number of hard drives to give away to attendees throughout CitizenCon. We're actually giving away a whole bunch of them at the after party. Afterwards, even when we're done here, we go out to the terrace and there's a whole after party where there'll be all kinds of stuff given away there.
A ver, no han cerrado las puertas al mundo de la consola. Simplemente que al juego no le van a hacer downgrade. O sea, si de aquí a 10 años hay consolas potentísimas, entonces tendrán Star Citizen, pero de momento no va a ser posible. Si están hablando de Ray Tracing, o sea, es que es imposible, pero imposible, tío. Que no está ni en el PC el Ray Tracing todavía, tío.
some percent off. If you can pull that out, I can't remember the actual percent. Some percent off of
Simplemente compraría el upgrade que ha habido en el pelo, en todo, en los rostros. Es lo que hemos visto, esta pequeña demo técnica del cloud. Es una locura todo esto, tío.
Venga, la última parte, esta tiene que ser fuerte, ¿eh?
So too do all our video content and our event content and such like that. And one final thing, then we'll get back to questions. Again, this is the thing. I don't have to do this, but I want to do this. Another reason that we can do these things are because of the amazing help of our volunteer
Oh my goodness,
team.
they are amazing.
Vale, está agradeciendo a los voluntarios a tal, o sea que en breve ya tenemos al Tito Roberts ahí dando tema.
Va
a salir con el Gin Tonic, está claro.
Who volunteer their time, not just today, but
Nos
yesterday, the
enseñaron
day
el
before,
arma ahora,
and in
¿no?
the weeks before, helping us organize
Será una
logistics and
skin
set
del
things up.
karma.
So I just want
Ya
to read a
veréis.
couple names
Ah,
here.
que sí, lo estaba pensando.
These are Star Citizen,
yo creo que el arma es un cuchillo.
CitizenCon, everything it is today, in no particular order.
Yo creo que el arma es un cuchillo, Iván.
Scrapped, Stat, Batgirl, Notable Joe, Fire,
De hecho,
Pyrophoric, Lucky Devil, Harbinger.
están nombrando los voluntarios ahora mismo. Mira, de hecho, han cambiado el nombre de la presentación y se llama, vamos a ver, se llama la presentación del arma donde enseñaban el trofeo y tal, se llama ¿tú llamas a eso cuchillo? O sea que seguramente sea un cuchillo, de lo cual me mola la hostia que sea un cuchillo, vamos.
Una espada, tío. Yo quiero una puta espada.
Nah, yo quiero un cuchillo para apuñalar, tío, de sneaky ahí. Sigilo, tal, taca y fuera.
Podría ser como el cuchillo del Titanfall, el infocuchillo, ¿te acuerdas, Iván?
Ya ves, tío, molaría un huevo.
Ese estaba muy guapo,
Waxman, Meyer, the Anchor 654, Kesh, Ranger Jedi, Smugs, 64-bit Citizen, Innatity, Holy Vision,
Lo de la capa, como ponen ahí, está hecho. Yo voy a llevar capa, tío.
LT Dan Official, and no account. I have met many of you these
Bueno,
past few days.
ahora es
and
cuando
thank
nos
you
enseña
seriously.
Piro,
I know it's been some
Cuidado.
weird combination of boot camp and summer camp and like an awful temp job. So thank you for your dedication, and thank you to everyone out there while we're giving thanks. Seriously, thank you.
All right, back to you guys. Back to
¿Cuánto dura esto, Roturolis?
What do we got?
¿Y por ahí?
Media horita, media
We're told
horita.
that they're doing some
Nah, se
last-minute
acaba, tío.
preparations, setting up for the road to citizen. So we got to fill. What else are you guys going? What's next? You guys go back to Manchester, and are you just done? Do you get to take the rest of the year off, or?
Oh yeah, it's a holiday now. We're done. Yeah, done. No, unfortunately,
No,
not.
we've got loads to do. Loads.
The work continues. It's gonna be a busy couple of months. There's a lot that's come out, obviously, with 3.3 and that Lawville. There's a lot that came in with that. A lot that needs polishing, and a lot we want to expand on. Now we understand what it takes to make a city. We need to refine our tools so that we can do it more quickly.
La verdad es que si lo pensamos fríamente, lo que nos viene a la vuelta de la esquina es impresionante. O sea, esa ciudad que hemos visto, eso ya no es Olisar, tío. Eso ya tiene asunto.
In 3.3, we are adding our very first planet. We've had a couple moons. We're adding 4 more moons, but the big ticket item, the e-ticket attraction, if we were talking Disneyland, is Hurston. Now,
Vale, están diciendo que el gran pedazo del pollo es Hearthstone en la 3.3. Está hablando de lo que vendrá, de tal. Yo creo que Discolando tiene un hype de la hostia también. Porque a Discolando no deben soltar tantas cosas como él piensa, ¿eh? O como se piensa. Igual no le sueltan tanta información, ¿sabes? Sobre todo después de alguna que he soltado por ahí, que se le ha escapado, en plan de...
All the contrails and all the other things that Mike talked about, they're all in place now and have the foundations.
Quiero Robert, señores. Vamos a ello.
That was the IT guy.
Oh, okay.
Solo... Hola. Fue falsa alarma. Hasta el público trolea a día de hoy.
This will be the last you'll see of us. We are sending you to Chris Roberts on the road to release. I am Jared, for Will, for Ali, for Mike, for Tyler, for Ulf, for everybody who has joined us here, for all of these volunteers, for everybody that makes Star Citizen a reality. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of CitizenCon 2948, and I'll see you when we see you.
Happy CitizenCon.
Está a reventar ahora mismo el escenario, seguro.
Sí.
A reventar de gente.
Molaría aunque sea un vídeo de 10 minutos, tío. Con algo, no sé, tío. Algo impactante, con los banduros, yo qué sé, tío. Un vídeo clausura hacia abajo, tío.
Lo que mola es ver las diferentes edades que hay, tío. Es el juego que va a unir generaciones, tío, está claro. Es la
Al
hostia,
paso que va, sí, tío. Está clarísimo.
No, pero ya de por sí, ya trae a gente de 60 años, a gente de 20. Mola la hostia, tío. Mola un huevo, tío, que es la primera vez que yo veo algo así en un videojuego, la verdad. Tal como está evolucionando el mundo del videojuego, no creo que tardemos en estar igual en mujeres y hombres en este tipo de eventos.
Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see everybody back in here. Did everybody have a good time today? And I'm happy to say that short delay was not because of the game. It was because we couldn't upload your photos quick enough. So where are those?
Van a enseñar las fotografías o algo así de la gente.
Yes, so these are photos from today of you guys.
Fotos de hoy, bueno, simplemente
getting
estamos
on the
dando fotos de hoy.
Interplanetary, all the cosplay that I hope you guys enjoyed and the competition that went on with the cosplay. Trying out the new flight model. Who tried that out? Nobody? Some people, yep. The Big Benny's truck, the noodles. It was sold
Hostia,
out.
qué grande el Big Benny's, el camión de Big Benny's.
And swag, everybody picked up their swag from the booths. Hold on, where are we? Yes, next.
No le pasa de imagen.
Next. No. Next. Thank you. Yay.
En la moto de Drake, qué flipada, loco.
More pictures of the Drake Interplanetary and the queue of
qué
people,
flipada,
a lot of people here today. All right, this is someone's trolling me. Oh,
Alguien
yes.
me está troleando, dice.
In-game goodies. Excellent. So everybody who's here.
El arma de la CitizenCon, el cuchillo, señores. Qué guapada, loco. Y mira la cazadora, tío. Qué guapo.
2948 weapon.
Qué guapo, tío. Qué
guapo. That I believe nobody has seen until tonight.
Iván, te lo dije, el cuchillo, tío.
Con lo que te gusta trolear la peña con el cuchillo.
Qué guapo, tío. Y lo sabes, tío. Me faltaba,
And
tío, el
that is
cuchillo,
also for
tío.
everybody who got the in-game digital goodie bag.
Me faltaba, dice que cabrón.
That was done by our character team too, so props to the character team who did a panel today. So we hope you enjoyed all the panels. Big cheer for all of the devs who did the panels today.
Bueno, aplausos para los desarrolladores que han hecho los paneles de hoy.
And we also want to thank all of our volunteers as well.
Todavía estáis a tiempo de pillaros ese pack, ¿eh? Son 10 dólares. O sea, es un regalo ese cuchillo. Eso es un regalazo, tío. Ese cuchillo es la hostia, tío. Mola muchísimo.
Y el trofeo mola un huevo, tío.
Sí,
Trofeo me la suda, el cuchillo, tío. Y la cazadora. La cazadora mola un huevo, tío.
A ver la camiseta, a ver la camiseta.
Because I released the Kraken, exactly. Oh, look, here we go. Come on, come out you come, Chris.
Okay, I think the click is actually broken. Hey everyone, so I hope you've had a great day and sat in and saw a bunch of the panels. There's some very, very cool stuff that various developers were showing. So hopefully, and the panels you didn't get to see, they'll all be on YouTube, so check them out afterwards. Okay. Yeah, it's not working for me. Well, it's come back. Okay. Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, what is life? I don't know. What is released? Okay, calm down, everybody. Chill out.
Calmaros, tal, relajarse.
We were actually debating about the Rotor release, discussing that for Star Citizen, and we were talking about whether we were going to go up with 100 bullet points and talk about all these features.
Han estado hablando de cómo debía ser el road to release, qué hacer.
Tony, we're all having a sort of discussion about what
Estaban discutiendo
the core elements and the core technology that we felt would create an experience that sort of defined the game and also was worthy of playing, irrelevant of whether the full feature set is finished or all the content in terms of planets and locations is done. Because for us, when we think about release, I mean, we're really releasing every 3 months now. So we got 3.3.
Bueno, está hablando de que si iban a discutir sobre liberar las lunas, liberar el planeta. Ellos liberan cada 3 meses, pero está diciendo que bueno, que lo han aplazado hasta la CitizenCon. Mejorar la experiencia de usuario, mejorarlo todo en general.
Ensure that the gameplay right now is polished. We're not there yet, but we are definitely working towards that every single release, and that is a priority for us. But for us, we were looking, okay, what was going to define the experience? That's the big vision of Star Citizen. And really for us, when we hit these milestones, then for us we say, okay, I think this will be the core experience and tech that will deliver the vision of Star.
Está hablando de que pensando en cuál sería lo que liberarían ahora, ¿no?
Does it go back? Oh, it's working now. So here you go. So the very first one was the ability to be inside a ship, right? So it's not just a cockpit.
Está hablando desde los comienzos, ¿no? La primera que sería la posibilidad de poder subir a tu nave, lo que hacía la gente al principio, que solo podía estar en el hangar.
Hostia, me acuerdo de ese monigote, tío.
¿Te acuerdas, tío?
Tengo aquí la figurita, tío. ¿Qué pasa? Ya pasó.
Cuando hicieron eso, sacaron la Arena Commander para poder combatir con tu nave. Después sacaron por Olisar. Estamos hablando de desde 2012 hasta ahora, todo este es el camino que ha seguido Star Citizen.
La gente no se acuerda cuando comprabas un pack de naves y ponía hangar módulo y te lo descargabas todo flipado.
Ya ves, tío. Yo me pillé la Arena Commander aparte, con eso te digo todo.
Resumiendo, antes solo había hangar, luego solo había Arena Commander y hangar, y luego solo había por Olisar Arena Commander y hangar.
Y antes del hangar no había nada.
Todavía, a este punto, todavía no se podía jugar al Star Marine.
So that and the physics grids, which allow us to simulate separate physical worlds, when you're flying around a ship, walking around while you're flying in space, or if you're on a planet and it's rotating around a star or spinning on its axis for night and day. So that was a very critical piece of tech. And of course, that was, what is wrong with this thing? Okay, that was SC Alpha 2.0. unless Paul's trying to read my mind over there. Then the next key element to the gameplay we wanted was having the ability to earn money and have a level
Ahí está, el siguiente paso después de tener el alfa 2.0 es la posibilidad de poder ganar dinero y tener un inventario.
That was, click Paul, there you go. Alpha 2.4, where we had our very first basic persistence. It was only very limited, didn't have persistence of location and a bunch of other stuff. Then the next big milestone that we needed to solve, which...
Ahí tenéis el 2.6, el marine, que vino después.
Yeah, I'll say go for.
En la 2.4 todavía no había persistencia.
Was first and third unification of the character, and we've talked about it a lot, but it's, you know, most first-person games cheat, and they have very different animations and models for first person to third person, and then when they have their multiplayer, say, battle mode, they have limited amount of actions that you can see on a third-person player character that's doing, because it's very difficult to sync up the actions. But for us, since it's going to be an MMO with thousands of people, you can be sitting right next to your friend, and he's interacting with the dashboard just like you are, so you're seeing him do the same thing in third person that you're doing in first person. Also, where our guns actually aim is where the gun is really aiming. It's not sort of cheating at where the mouse cursor is.
Está hablando de que donde el arma apunta es donde realmente estás apuntando, pues la bala aquí sale del cañón del arma.
And that was really kind of what Star Marine was. We had early parts of it before that. The next big thing was the planet tech. So you can see the planet or the moon, and you can go
Lo siguiente fue la 3.0, poder bajar a los planetas, que era una flipada el ver el menú que se movía.
Loading screens, there's no transition down to it, there's no go down, you can only land on a certain area. And that was the procedural planet tech, which we debuted, go forward, with 3.0. And the other big thing was location persistence, which is the ability that you go to a location, you log out, you come back, you're at that location, you're not starting back.
Está hablando de que el siguiente paso era la persistencia, tú te deslogueabas en un sitio y te volvías a loguear y aparecías en el mismo sitio, en el mismo lugar.
And the next big thing, which is where we're at right now, is object container streaming and bind culling. And this is actually
el siguiente asunto que donde estamos ahora es en el object container streaming.
We thought originally when we scheduled it out, it was going to take about 6 months. It's been about 18 months of solid development on it. And as you all know, bind culling,
ha habido alrededor de 18 meses de desarrollo para el object container streaming. Se dice pronto, ¿eh?
We wanted to push it back. It was mostly because it turned out both the object container streaming and the bind culling needs object container streaming to really make sense. And object container streaming was incredibly complicated because we had to re-engineer most of the game engine itself.
Hablando sobre la complicación del object streaming, pues tenían que retrabajar todo de nuevo en el motor.
The objects and textures and models and all the data and initialize them all completely asynchronously. So the game's running here, meanwhile it's loading up the stuff that will be over here or over here or over here, and we don't know where the player's going to go, and it's complicated because it's multiplayer. So in multiplayer, we have all these different players that have been going in different directions, so we need to be able to have object container streaming that works both on the clients and on the servers, and bind culling that's going to work on the clients and ultimately on the servers. So with 3.3, this is the first use of the object container streaming and the bind culling tech. It makes a massive difference in terms of performance because you're only worrying about having the part of the world that's relevant to your character streamed in, which means you don't have to simulate all the objects in the entire solar system. You don't have to worry about them. They don't take up memory. So it's better for memory. It's better for performance. And you know, as we've said on ATV and I think in our newsletters, we've had some really great results so far. I mean, it has stability issues right now because, again, when something's multi-threaded and asynchronous, there's a lot of unpredictability because when two different threads are stepping on each other, it can have unpredictable results. But it's a massive step forward because the biggest thing for us to be able to scale the game and also have performance is this tech here. So we're really quite excited to get this out because it also allows us to start building out in the stancing system because before that, as everyone knows,
bueno, están hablando de que el audio content streaming es lo que le permite construir el sistema Stanton. Pues antes sería imposible por el tema de la cantidad de memoria usada.
Memory at the same time. So object container streaming allows us to do that, and so that's a massive win for us. So let's move forward, Paul, and that's going to come with 3.3, which we're imminent doing. The next big sort of pillar is the ability to either buy or rent ships, and that's because the game loop is essentially going around earning money. So there's various ways to earn money. There will be more ways to earn money as we flesh out the professions. But once we earn the money, we want to spend it on something. So there's only so many suits of armor or guns you can buy, and the core sort of upgrade loop in the game is really the ships. The ships allow you to do bigger and better things, different professions, and so as a player, you want to earn money and then upgrade, and then that ship will allow you to earn more money and upgrade to a bigger, better thing and do different things. And so that was very important for us to get in. It's going to be in 3.3, both the purchasing and renting.
Bueno, están hablando ahora de que la siguiente implementación, pues ya lo estáis viendo, la compra de naves y demás, y el alquiler también.
A nuclear carrier, and there's only like one nation on Earth, the one we're in right now, that can afford to spend $10 billion on a nuclear carrier. But we in our game sort of allow the player to have that huge range, so you got to figure out how we make that work.
Estaban hablando de cómo pueden hacer para gestionar la economía, ¿no? Que hoy en día hay muy pocos países que se puedan permitir el comprar un arma nuclear o un arma nuclear, no, se refiere a un portaaviones nuclear o algo así, ¿no? Una nave que tenga esas capacidades. Y que ellos tenían que buscar un equilibrio, una manera para transmitir esa sensación de cierta manera, pero con calma, supongo. Chicos, esa foto somos nosotros. Motoko, esa foto somos nosotros.
Sí. La foto que sacaron, la que sacamos en los primeros 50.
Sí, somos nosotros.
Build it further out on the website for some of that stuff, and then bring it across into the game, and you have all that. So you and your friends can create your organizations or groups as small or as big as you want. And then we move forward. Full persistence is the next big thing. It's the 11th thing of the pillars we think. So full persistence, we talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the day, but full persistence is the ability for you to go anywhere in the universe and, me drop this remote on the floor. Doesn't work, so I might as well drop it.
Hostia, lo ha tirado al suelo porque no funciona, tomar por culo.
And then I'm going to walk away, right? I'm going to walk out here. It's going to stream out. It's gone. And I decide, you know what? I really want my remote again. And then it's going to remember that I dropped it. It's going to stream it back in, even if it was on the surface of a planet. And it'll be there, and I can pick it up in first person. And
bueno,
that's a big step for us to be able
se refiere, vamos a ver, lo que se refiere con este ejemplo es a la persistencia permanente. Es decir, la verdadera persistencia llegará cuando tú tires un objeto, te pires y ese objeto vuelva a estar en el sitio. Y eso es lo que van a conseguir.
I think things that will make the world alive, because it's not just me dropping a remote, it's leaving a ship somewhere, or you got damaged in space with your ship and someone rescued you, you went away and you came back to get your ship and repair it and then take it home. And we're going to, persistence in your hab, so you'll go there, you can see that you can move and interact with the objects, you can, find things on travels in space, take them home, bring them, leave them at your hab, or leave them in your ship. So the physical inventories are going to be very important in the game going forward.
Los inventarios físicos van a ser muy importantes en la dirección en la que va el sentido, o sea, en la dirección en la que va el juego, perdón.
If you're a hoarder, then you'll probably want to get a bigger room and space. And the other aspect of full persistence is the aspect of age, wear and tear. So, I long time ago talked about Death of a Spaceman. That's very much on our roadmap.
Está hablando ahora del documento de diseño que tiene sobre la muerte de un hombre en el espacio.
As they get used to get wear, things age. You as a character will age.
Tenéis que iros acostumbrando a que el personaje va a envejecer, las cosas también van a envejecer.
So this universe is not a theme park that gets reset every day that you come back and visit.
Este juego, este universo no es un theme park donde todo se resetea al día siguiente, sino que todo lo que hagan los jugadores se va a mantener, va a perdurar. Y eso es a lo que se refiere con full persistence. Es una barbaridad el concepto, la idea.
And that's a very, very important part, the 11th pillar. And the last one, if we go forward, Paul, is server meshing. So when we get server meshing,
el server meshing,
that is, we think, the last piece of the puzzle to have the full game experience. And this is our ability to go, you know, right now we have about 50 players on a server.
Está hablando de que ahora mismo hay 50 jugadores en el servidor.
But it's still going to cap out at a certain level. With server meshing, we'll be able to get to thousands of players playing concurrently.
Con el server meshing seremos capaces de ver a cientos de jugadores jugando alrededor de sí mismos, o sea, alrededor. Porque el server meshing lo que hace es esa tecnología, esa especie de tecnología de que cada servidor se encarga de un cachito, pero se comunican entre sí. Así que lo que veremos gracias al server meshing es un universo masivamente poblado. Cierto, Argonauta, cierto. Miles, cierto. Que ya son las horas, tío. Cuando consigan el server meshing, esa será la marca, y después de esa marca será un punto de inflexión para Star Citizen.
Oh, that's it. This is where we finish it, and we don't do any more work. It's like literally, we kind of view, as long as you guys want to live in this universe, every 3 months, we're giving you a build, and here you are, and here's a bit more, and here's a bit more, and here's a bit more, and when we get to the...
La idea que tiene es que cada 3 meses, si queréis vivir en este universo, cada 3 meses nos van a dar algo más. Cada 3 meses va a ser material, y más contenido, y más contenido. Cada 3 meses es una barbaridad, ¿eh?
I'm not going to give you a date, but...
Dice que no nos va a dar una fecha, pero... Pasando de fechas, Chris Roberts, ya.
But you can watch on our roadmap as we develop it, and just watch for that, because us internally, those are what we view as our sort of cornerstones that we need to get to. And yes, there's a lot of other things that we've talked about that we're also working on, but when we get that, we feel like it will be a game like no other. So.
Bueno, cuando acabemos de hacer eso, este juego será uno como ningún otro.
3.3, I think we're going to go wide to PTU.
Mira, ya tenemos la en PTU.
Sí.
So when you guys get home, everyone here will get access. I think we're going to open up to subscribers and concierge first, and then as long as things don't blow up too badly, then we're going to go full wide, and then we're going to keep hammering on it because we want to get 3.3 in everyone's hands as soon as possible, because of object-constrained streaming and bang culling makes a massive difference to the experience and performance. And once we get that stable, and we need a lot of people playing and testing it, because that helps us with chasing down all these sort of edge cases that are very hard to replicate. Then we're going to roll in the Hurston and Lawville aspect, which we showed earlier today, and I think it should be a pretty great patch when all that's said and done. And there's a lot of stuff in 3.3, I think we've talked about it, but it's quite a lot of new ships.
Bueno, está hablando de lo que vendrá, de que hay nuevas naves en la 3.3.
We have a straight-to-flyable ship in the Valkyrie, which is cool.
Que necesitan el apoyo, el feedback de los usuarios, o sea, que juguemos, básicamente.
Ship that we've got in the game at the moment.
La Hammerhead es la nave más grande que hemos incluido ahora mismo en el juego.
The Phoenix, which is great to fly around with luxury, and then the cool new Mustangs, and all the Tumbril variants are really cool too. So I think it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to you guys playing it. So that's that. If we just go forward, one extra thing we're going to do, and I don't think any other company that operates an online game does this, or I'm not aware of someone that does it.
Va a hacer algo que ninguna otra compañía hace.
On obviously all the servers and all the clients that are connected to us, and so we get a good idea of what the frame rates are, what the machine specs are, what the latency is, what the load times are, and we've often had debates because we see a lot of anecdotal, frame rate sucks and everybody's frame rate sucks.
Está hablando del frame rate y que nos va a dar una idea del PC que se necesita para hacer.
So we decided that we wanted to give all you guys the ability to track the telemetry yourselves. So what we have is you can go into the website. This will release for 3.3, and we will have live telemetry on 3.3 going forward. You'll be able to see your machine, so where you start in the CPU score, where you sit in the GPU.
Está hablando de que liberarán una herramienta para saber qué máquina tú necesitas, que estará en la web disponible. Y podrás compararte con los demás que juegan al juego, de tal manera que evalúes qué PC necesitas para poder jugar. Es una comparativa con el resto de jugadores de ti mismo, ¿ok? De máquina hablando, de máquina que usas.
And you can also sort of see, because PCs are challenging because everybody has a slightly different configuration, and you don't know if someone's Bitcoin mining on the side while trying to play Star Citizen or doing nothing, right? But it's quite interesting, and I have to say that we've had a few outliers on this where some people have had like Threadrippers that are just crushing it on 3.3. So it'd be pretty interesting, and the new Intel multi-core ones are doing pretty awesome too. So you guys will be able to track yourself against everyone else, and then longer term, not right away, but I think the next stage is we'll open this up so you can sort of see our server performance too. So you'll be able to track how the servers are doing, what the stability is, what their frame rates are. So when everyone's debating, it sucks or whatever, you can just go to this page and see how it's going. So I think that should be...
Bueno, cuando tengáis algún problema, que simplemente os dirijáis a esta página y ver qué coño está pasando, ¿no? Cómo está yéndole a los demás y demás.
So one more. Okay, I know you guys were trolling me. So obviously I know there's a few people that care about Squadron 42. Well, it's going really well.
Está hablando de que hay mucha gente que se preocupa de Escuadrón 42 y está yendo bastante bien. Comentando que hemos visto alguna de la tecnología que se va a usar en Escuadrón 42.
We're closing it down. All the remaining features were in content. And the last major technical hurdle that we were worried about on Squadron was object container streaming, which, as you know, we're...
Lo que estaban preocupados de Escuadrón 42 era también del object container streaming.
So we don't have any major technical hurdles left on Squadron. So for us, it's a bit easier.
Dice que ya no tienen ningún problema gordo en Escuadrón 42, ningún problema grave con el object container streaming.
We're going to publish the public roadmap for you guys in December, all the way to completion of the project. And I'm just going to leave you with something right now.
Nos va a dejar con algo de mandanga, chavales.
Sí, los mandos.
Hostia, Iván, pensé que te habían extraído.
Chicos,
ya,
por favor, silencio absoluto, lo quiero disfrutar pleno. Por Dios.
I saw you apply to the Flight Academy again.
I'm your new wingman, sir.
Coil. Local scum use it for cover to launch attacks. This is their turf, so move on. Keep your eyes open.
No southern moves.
Who the hell are you?
we're OMC. And OMC belongs to Salto. Is that your boss? Are we supposed to be scared of him or something? Yeah.
The OMC aren't the only ones listening into comms.
All ships, we're under attack by Vandal forces. Repeat, we are under attack.
There have been battles. There have been losses. Each and every one of you has proven yourself time and again. We will not lose the system. We will not fall back.
Form Cal. You got a point. Copy that. Tally's on me. Let's say hi.
We will win. Because we have to.
¡Dios! ¡Tío! ¡Ay, la Virgen, chaval!
Escucha, no dije las F8, las drillers, nos vamos matando.
Alright. That's the end of our show. Hopefully you like
Está grabado, lo dije.
Play it again. Alright, one more time. And then I'll call
Lo
you
van a
out.
poner otra vez. ¡Ah, qué cabrones! Han cortado el streaming. Ahí está. Lo van a poner otra vez, chicos. No, no, lo van a poner otra vez. Lo van a poner otra vez.
Alright. That's the end of our show.
¡Qué flipada, moto!
Little sneaky Squadron 42.
No lo dije yo.
Play it again.
Lo dijiste, lo dijiste.
Alright, one more time. And then I'll call
Que
you
sí, que
out.
sí, tío. Que sí, que sí. Y van bien.
Y van
bien.
No, se ha parado otra vez, tío. Me cago en la puta. Que dejen de pararse ya.
Alright. That's the end of our show. Hopefully you like the little sneak of Squadron 42. Play it again.
Bandul ahí dando casa. Los Bandul dando casa, tío.
Han cortado el directo, chicos. Han cortado, ¿eh? Han cortado el directo, chavales. No, no hay manera de verlo, ¿eh? Lo sentimos, pero nos han dejado con las ganas, chavales. Voy a revisar, pero tiene toda la pinta. Sí, han cortado el directo.
Así se cierra un evento.
Nos han cortado el directo, chicos.
Hostia, nos han dejado con drama y suspense, tío. Qué cabrones.
Nos han cortado el directo. Bueno, pues para finalizar... para finalizar el directo, deciros, chicos, a todos los asistentes que estoy flipando en colores. Igual que imagino Motoko y Iván. Estamos flipando todos, ¿no? Y... espectacular, espectacular. Comentaros que, por supuesto, tanto el comercial de la Drake como este vídeo lo vais a tener subtitulado en nuestro canal, pero rápido, más rápido que deprisa. Me voy a poner a ello en cuanto pueda. Ahora no, porque me pondré a jugar a la 3.3 como un cerdaco, pero vamos, en cuanto pueda tenéis ese trailer subtitulado, ¿eh? Porque merece la pena, yo creo.
Algo ha pasado aquí. Yo creo que reconectarán.
No lo sé, vamos a darle un try, pero...
¿Y la camiseta qué?
Sí que, mira, Fíjate la peña que sigue enganchadísima porque sigue habiendo 10.972 espectadores y de aquí no se va ni Dios.
Claro, sí.
A ver qué ponen eso, tío.
Se les han acabado los datos del móvil, tío. Qué cabrón.
Es impresionante, señores. Es impresionante. Nos tienen aquí con las ganas, ¿eh? ¿Os creéis que esto es normal?
¿Cómo sabía que iba a aparecer un escuadrón de F8s, tío? ¡Qué pasada, tío!
Vale, mira, esto no puede quedar así. Entonces, voy a hacer una emisión. Voy a detener esta emisión y voy a pillar el cacho final y lo voy a remitir, tío. Me la suda, ¿sabes? Es que...
Espera, dale unos minutos, hombre. Venga, si hemos esperado aquí unas buenas horas.
Va para las 5, tío. Mañana trabajo, esto no puede ser, tío.
Tío, es que...
Vas pensando que has visto un escuadrón de F8 dándole caña ahí a los bandul, tío.
Pero habéis visto las trailers.
Esto no puede ser.
La Kingship. Madre mía.
Yo solo he visto los bandul abordando ahí una nave y reventándolo todo con la...
¿Y habéis visto Vega? Era Vega.
Sí, era Vega, era la batalla de Vega, tío.
¡Guau, chaval, tío! Lo que se nos viene,
Esto es una pasada, chicos. Veo que no sigue, lo voy a hacer. O sea, voy a daros un enlace de otro directo solo para ver ese cacho. Es que me la suda. O sea, lo hago, Motoko, ¿tú qué opinas? Lo hago, ¿no?
Sí.
Ya que estás, dale, tío.
Voy, darme un segundito.
A ver, una cosa, la camiseta es la Kraken seguro, tío. Mirad los colores de la parte delantera.
Vale, chicos, aquí tenéis el asunto del nuevo directo. Detengo y lo calzo.